Welcome to Talented Universe on the NDB Media Network. This is the 10th day of April 2026. We're rolling along, aren't we, Marcia?
We are.
So how are you doing this morning, Marcia? Or I guess it's afternoon for us and evening for our guests. So
just afternoon.
Yeah,
It's
just turned
12:01
afternoon.
here, Eastern time. Yeah, and every time you say to 2026, I still want to know where my flying car is. I want it.
Well, I'm thinking maybe Max took it. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
For sure. I'm the future.
All right.
It's very possible. It's very possible. But I would like to introduce our special guest today, Max Reardon. Max, how are you doing this fine day?
I'm great. Thank you, guys. How are you both?
Well, I'm doing pretty good so far. But
Nice.
I'm going to get with my silly question that I ask most guests over with first.
Okay.
Number one, approximately how many verticals have you done so far?
I've done two. so far.
I've seen both of them. Yay. Okay.
Yeah. Just the two for now.
Just the
I
two
did
for
two
now.
very close together. So I did one in, I think it was September, October, and then I did another one in November. And yeah.
Oh, okay. So that is pretty close. Yeah.
Very close.
It's pretty close. So after you did your first one and you came home and either talked to your friends or your parents or siblings and told them what you did they give you a funny look, or did you not really try to explain to them what you were doing?
I feel like it was a bit of both. I think people were quite confused at first. I was telling them that I was filming. I got an acting job, and everyone thought that I was about to be the next Brad Pitt. And then I had to say, it's a little bit less than that, but it's still very exciting. And then when I explained that it was on a phone or it was a vertical drama, they were like, "What's that?" And then after that, they were all very great. So yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah, and I would consider you the lead in both of them.
Yeah, well, one of, I guess.
Really? I don't know. You were in a lot. You were in both of them a lot, I thought.
Yeah.
But
I was quite happy with my screen time. That's all I'll say.
Well, hey, that's that's always good. It's good to have the screen time. What brought you into verticals? Did you just do a self-tape, or has someone told you about them, or how did that come about when you got your first one?
Yeah, it was just through my acting agent. I just got an audition in my email, and she said that it was for a lead, and she explained it as like a new sort of up and coming
format.
Yeah. And so I was very intrigued, and then I did the audition for the first one and heard back quite quickly that they were quite interested, and so I did my chemistry read, and I was quite lucky that when I was doing the chemistry read, I'd basically been told that it was looking like I was going to get the job, and so it was quite a nice experience just going straight into it and getting the lead and then working with other actresses and actors, and yeah, it was really fun. And then the second one also was a very similar, like, you've seen both of them, so I guess you would know, but they're very similar stories in a sense. They're set in the same school, in a similar universe. And yeah, so I think when I got that second one as well, it was just a natural progression. It was an easy decision to take.
Now, my last question to you before I go to Marcia. Both of them you had swimming in.
Yeah.
Are you, because honestly, when you dove into the pool, you look like you knew how to swim. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, because Marcia and I have both seen some that the dive with people, I go, yeah, they're really not comfortable swimming. But with you, I mean, I went, he knows how to do it.
Thank you. That was the goal. So yes.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in Australia. I'm Australian, so we always swim, and I was a competitive swimmer all through high school.
Okay.
So yeah, diving was kind of a really
Kind of,
big part of that.
yeah.
So that helps for sure. That helps for sure.
Well, that makes sense. So I'm going to let Marcia go. She might want to go further in that. So I'll just turn it over to Marcia here.
Well,
Nice.
thanks. Hi, Max. Yeah.
Hi.
So you may on my my little background here. I have the Wayback Machine, which is from an old cartoon with Mr. Peabody and Sherman, and they go way back
Nice.
in time. So I
I
like to put
remember
it up
it.
there because I like to go back in time with our guests. And so Michael kind of took you back there a little bit to Australia and
To prepare you.
to prepare me. Thank you
Nice.
so much. That was so kind of you. So in Australia, that's where you were born and grew
Mhm.
up, and it's so very different from from
It's very
what
different. It's very
what
different from lots
mhm,
of places.
yeah. So what would you say for most of us who aren't really familiar with Australia? Most things I hear about, a lot of things I hear about Australian wildlife is that there's some crazy creatures there. I mean,
Yeah,
S- so yeah, share with me
there
some
are.
of yeah, there
There are some
are.
crazy creatures. That's the
Mm,
truth, guys. There are.
uh,
No, it's a very like, I feel like it's a stereotype in a sense, because if you're in the outback or you're in the bush or you're in
mhm.
anywhere, in most countries there's got to be some form of something. But I feel like Australia has a bad rap because there's just a lot more, and there's just a lot of them. But I grew up in Brisbane, which is like a main city in
Ah,
Queensland. Um,
yes,
so we had spiders, house spiders, and yeah, they're big. They're like the size of my palm.
that's pretty
Um,
big.
it's pretty big. It's pretty big.
Mm,
But they're also, you
mm,
just get used to it. It's just one of those things.
yeah. So as a child, what brought you to think about acting? Did you just kind of always want to be an actor, or was it somebody who you saw that inspired you?
My dad, funnily enough, was always very like, he was always a, I can't, he never did anything that made me like to give him this title. He wasn't an actor, but he was always so like charismatic, and he would always, when he would tell stories, he would put on a performance, and he would do the accents, and he would play the parts, and he did the whole thing. And
Okay.
he's where I learned how to tell a story from. He's amazing. And yeah, he kind of just always noticed that I was interested in it. Like I always got to fine grades in school. And I think when I was 12 or 13, he was driving in the car, and there was an ad on the radio, and it said that they were looking for like up and coming talent or wannabe actors, to join this drama school in Australia, and that auditions would be on the Saturday or Sunday or something. And he heard it, and he called up my mum, and he was like, "All right, book off the weekend. We're going. Max is going. He'll love it. He's gonna get in." And yeah, and so I went to the audition there, and I got in. And so that was when I was still in school, so it wasn't a full-time drama school, but I would go on the weekends, and that was like how I kind of started my acting journey.
Mm,
So, all thanks to my dad.
wow.
Yeah,
That's really cool that you had a parent who recognized something and didn't and opened the door but didn't like push you through.
yeah,
It just opened it and said, "Max, give it a try."
totally, totally. I think I'm very lucky. Both my parents were very supportive. My mum would
Mhm,
always, help me film an audition when she really doesn't like doing it. And I'd be like,
mhm,
"Mom, no, do it like this." She was like,
mhm,
"Doesn't matter what I do." Um, but yeah, she was always very supportive as well. I
mhm,
think my dad had the right idea of, he opened the door and then kind of went like
mhm.
this, and my
Yeah.
mum was then the one that was doing all the work and the one that was
Mhm.
doing all the stuff, and so
Teamwork.
she got the hard end of the stick. So, but
Mm,
yeah, I'm very grateful for both of them.
mhm. What do you remember about maybe a couple of your early roles that where you really went, wow, I know this is it. Was there a role that you particularly?
Well, I started out. when I was younger doing theater. So I did musical theater mainly. And so I think my first ever musical was Cats, and that
Oh,
was really cool.
good
And so I was
one.
part of a production company called Harvest Rain, and I was just in the ensemble. I was just in the cast, but I think I was 14 at the time, and that was my first role, and it was just the most amazing experience. We did an arena tour, so we were playing to quite a few people performing, and it was so. I just remember the feeling. It felt like the rush was just insane, and so from that moment, I kind of just knew that it was something that I wanted to do.
The feedback I've heard of actors get from the audience can be an amazing rush
It
of en-
is like nothing else.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think as well as a kid, like I look back and I'm like, wow, I was fearless. I remember being nervous before going on stage, but I think if I was to do that now and perform in front of an arena in front of 1,000 people, I think I would be a little bit more nervous than I was back then.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it's so
Fearless
cool.
when you're young, you know.
The
Fearless,
bravery of
fully.
you. And I've
Yeah,
also understood that you've done some modeling.
I have. Yeah, modeling kind of took. It was a. It's a. They kind of ebb and flow a little bit, but when I started out doing acting, and yeah, when I was in that course, people had said to me, "You should like try doing modeling because I feel like you could do it." And then it kind of just happened. I signed with an agency in Brisbane, and then I started working, and then I moved to Sydney, and it was all those things that it wasn't like I chose one thing or the other, but modeling was just happening. And so I moved to Sydney and I was working, and that's the reason that I came to London, was for modeling. Yeah. And then when I got here, I was doing it for a little bit, but I was in a new country and I didn't really know anyone. And so I was just working. And when I was feeling a little bit, homesick, I wanted to go back to my roots and back to what makes me happy and really think about what I want to do in this life. And that's when I started taping again. And my housemate at the time, he was an actor, or is an actor, I should say. And yeah, so we just started taping, and then I sent out my emails to agencies and signed with my current agent, who's amazing. And yeah, and I got fully back into it, and it was a really nice reminder of what I actually love doing. It's performing. So yeah, I was happy to come back.
Well, it's kind of amazing, as Michael pointed out, that both your verticals have been what we both would consider lead roles. I mean, all that doesn't happen a lot.
No, not when you're first starting out.
Yeah.
So, do you realize how cool that is?
That's very cool.
Yeah, it is very cool. Very cool. It was quite a jump. It was quite a jump for sure, because my first acting job in general with my agency here was I did like a advertisement short story for Minecraft, and that was really cool. That was amazing. It was so much fun, but the lines were improvised, and it was all just a big fun production. And so to go from that to this, where I had to memorize basically a feature film's worth of dialogue, I was I was thrown in the deep end.
Very different.
But you could swim, so that's good.
And I can swim. And I can swim.
So deep end's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you want to continue, Michael?
No. If you got another one, go
okay.
ahead. Then I'll come.
Well,
yeah.
Minecraft. I don't know if you have gotten into Minecraft, or have you played Minecraft at all?
I have. I did as a kid a lot. I loved it. And my little sister and I, my sister's 13, so she's 11 years younger than me. I was 11 when she was born. And so when I moved to Sydney, Minecraft was a kind of how we would stay connected. We would like build worlds together, and we would do all these things. So that also felt like quite a cute little full circle moment. Like that was my first job, and my sister was, I think she was 12 at the time, so she was in the last year of primary school. So she was telling all her friends that I was star in Minecraft, and yeah, it was
and that probably was the coolest thing, right?
Yeah, for sure. She cared about it way more than I did. She got street cred because her brother was in Minecraft. But yeah.
And I just have to say about Minecraft itself that it is, when I first heard about it, it seems, just one of those games, but it is something that has helped young people and helped connect people from everywhere and building these worlds. And as you said, it helped you can stay connected with your sister.
Yeah.
And and it went down a little bit in popularity, but then it came back. And
yeah, it's back. I think as well the plot of the story was, it was two best friends who lived in the same town, and one of them moved to Australia just coincidentally to move to the other side of the world. And Minecraft was how they stayed connected. And so that was also really sweet as well, because that was the truth. I moved from Australia to the other side of the world.
Okay.
And and that's how my sister and I would stay connected, on top of texting all the time and FaceTime and everything else that there is now. But
yeah, social media. Wow.
So, all of
them. So when you think about where you are now, you're in London, UK, and how different that is from Australia. How are you getting along in the UK as far as?
Good, really good. I love it. I love it here. It's an amazing place. I think the people are incredible. I love Australia as well, and Australia will always be home, and it will always be there. My family is always going to be there. But I think for now, and just where I'm at in my career and everything that I want to do, London just makes the most sense. And it's, the second I came here, it felt like it was the right choice. And I would say that majority of my closest friends that I hope I'm going to have for life, well, most of them are from here. And so it's been a really amazing 2 years.
Yeah, and then we had Gabrielle on our show. Was it last week, the week before, Michael?
So that's about right.
Yeah. And in both of the roles you mentioned, they're kind of similar in a way, but you use different accents.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was a fun time. I think the first one was set in they're both set in the same school, and it was just one. Gabby was an American exchange student, and then in the second one,
you were the
in the second one it was just in the UK. But yeah, it was a lot. I think there was one point in the filming where one of the scenes was so similar that I called
the wrong name.
I called Izzy, who was playing, oh my gosh, I should know this name. I called Izzy Hannah, basically, who was the character from the first.
Hannah, yes.
Yeah, and it was,
that's hilarious.
The whole crew just burst out laughing. It was also in an intimate scene. It was in an intimacy scene.
That's perfect.
And so probably
Even
the
better.
worst possible time you could call someone the wrong name. So that wasn't so great, but it was a great laugh.
And I do notice that there's an underlying comedic talent that you have.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you interested in doing maybe some more straight comedic roles? Because I can see that for you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like I just like having fun. I think that's my main thing, is that we're only here for so long, you know what I mean? Like, we
Mhm.
may as well have fun. And so I try to bring that to a lot of things. Obviously, having like the depth and the heavy scenes and the heavy moments, it's what every actor loves to do. You know, we love to play the part. But
Mhm.
I think having those fun moments and being able to like play with the delivery to see like what's the best way to get that message across, even like when it's in a fun way, it's so exciting. So yeah, I would definitely love to get into more comedy.
Yeah. Michael, did you want to back for?
Yeah, let me go go
Mhm.
flying through this little thing.
Mhm.
When you're not doing Minecraft, what do you like doing in your spare time?
In my spare time, my
If
day
you
to day,
have any.
yeah, it's limited. I'll say that it is limited. But I like to read and I love to run. I feel like reading, running, and just seeing my friends is like the three things that I do the most in my spare time. I see my friends probably too much, a little bit too much. I feel like
No, friends are
if there's
never too much.
if there's
No,
ever such thing, I'm approaching it.
no, I
But yeah,
don't think.
second, I think because I'm so far away from home, the second I have some spare time, it's just the first thing that I want to do. And we're all very lucky to be in, a similar industry and have a similar schedule. So I see my friends most weeks like 5 times a week. So it's pretty amazing.
Good.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I think
Have you worked with a lot of your friends yet on a set, or not
not
really?
for acting, not for
Not for
acting.
acting. Okay.
But for modeling, I feel
Yes.
like yes, that's how a lot of people like, especially Australians, like lots of Australians come over here, and that is kind of the way that we stay connected because when you are so far away from home, and your home base is moving around constantly, it's nice to have your people that you know. And so that's kind of how we've all come to know each other. It's like someone worked with someone, or someone did this, and then someone knew this, or we're with the same agency, or things like that. So that is kind of how we all connect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Now you said you're a swimmer. Is there any other sports or other things that you have done that um, you're proud of, and you might want to take them into a vertical or some other project that you're doing?
honestly, I was very, very locked in with my swimming. I was that was kind of the one. That was the one and the done. I did training 6 sessions a week,
Wow.
and then I had
That's a
the
lot.
competitions on Saturdays. So that was just the Mondays.
Wow.
So there was one double session in there, and then it was training every day, and then swimming on the weekend. So I didn't really have a chance to do any other sports. But when I moved to Sydney and when I started modeling, I kind of accepted that swimming wasn't something that I loved enough to try to
Keep
pursue
it
it
up.
as a
Yeah.
career. And so it kind of just fell into the background. But my happy place is the sea and it's the water, and I love it still. So it would be very cool to bring that to my work as well.
Mm-hmm.
That would be super
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Would there be doesn't have to be vertical, one role that you would really, really like to play, either a genre that you'd like to be in, or a character from something, that maybe you've read,
Hmm.
you wish they would turn it into a movie and that you would like
Hmm.
to do? Is there anything that comes to mind like that?
Great question. Um, I would say the first one that springs to mind is one of one is a book that I've read, and another is just I've heard like 3 or 4 people tell me that I would do well in this if it ever became a movie or TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the first one is the book that I read is called A Song of Achilles.
Oh.
Um, it's an amazing book. It's an amazing book. It's basically set in ancient Greece about Achilles, who's a demigod,
Mm-hmm.
and Patroclus, he's the son, but he's banished basically, and it's a love story between them, and it's a beautiful, amazing, amazing book. I love it. It's my favorite book ever. So I feel like that would be a very, very beautiful part to play. I think it's like got the
Would you play the
perfect
lead?
balance between.
I might have missed it because I sneezed. But what part would you want to play in that? Is there a particular part?
Well, Achilles is. I feel like it would be a bit of an ego answer if I said I want to play Achilles because he's a god.
Well, so what? I mean, hey, shoot for the whatever,
Go for it.
Achilles or Patroclus would be amazing. Either. I think Patroclus he's more timid and he's more shy, and Achilles is more outgoing. And so I think naturally I would prefer to play Achilles. But hey, who knows? Who knows?
Whatever.
And the other is A Court of Thorns and Roses. Lots of my friends have said that if that ever becomes an adaptation, it's like set in fantasy. It's like a sci-fi fantasy book, and it's set in, there's different like courts and all these things. And so yeah, I've been told that I could do well in something like that. So I feel like that would be another fun one.
Yeah. Do you have a particular genre that you really, really like, or is kind of you like everything?
I kind of like everything. I just love a good watch. If it gets me, it gets me.
If it gets you, it gets you.
If it gets me, it gets me. I'm not too picky. I feel like the movie that I like the most is an A24 neon, sort of more independent, the more artsy style of filming. I feel like those, when I'm watching it and I'm trying to work out what's happening, they keep me hooked. They keep me interested, opposed to like a Marvel movie where it's amazing and it's exciting, but it's huge. It's Marvel.
It's Marvel, yeah.
It's Marvel. We all know what it's about. We all know
what it's about, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you'd like to be in a Marvel movie if you could.
100%. Would I say no to a Marvel movie? No. I don't know many people.
I don't think many people would say no, even if they weren't too thrilled about the world. I mean, I don't think they'd say no, especially if it was a major character. So.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the kind of the gist of the style I like.
Here's another wild one.
Okay.
If something came across your agent that was a fantasy with swimming, and you were the lead in a vertical, would that get you?
For sure.
Don't make me jump in here, okay, Michael? You know where I want to go, right?
I know. That's why I'm trying to set you up, Marsha. Can't you figure that out? Go ahead, Marsha.
What's going on? Fill me in. Guys.
Well, Michael and most people who know me know that I have a penchant for mermaids. And I actually saw on your Instagram too that there was a picture of you in water, and somebody commented that you look like a merman. I don't know if you remember that. And I thought,
I do.
bingo.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I grew up. There's an Australian TV show called H2O, Just Add Water.
Oh yes, I know it well.
Yeah, and so that was my favorite TV show growing up, and I always wanted to be a part of it. My best friend, as a kid, she did acting, and she got a role in it. And I remember thinking that she was the coolest person in the world just because she was in H2O. So yeah, that would be so cool. I feel like that's a perfect little blend of water and fantasy. So
I think you would be perfect, and I may make that my mission. My next mission is
nice.
another because verticals, and they're changing. They're moving toward other types of. I've seen a couple of water-based mermaid, but it still is a huge area for growth, and someone who naturally is part of that that world would be a really, really good place to go.
Yeah.
So, and you mentioned. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just agreeing. I think, yeah, I feel like the space is expanding so rapidly, and there
Mm-hmm.
has been a lot that has been rinsed quite heavily. The
Mm-hmm.
enemies to lovers trope and all those things, as exciting
Yes.
as they are, and they keep us coming back.
Mm-hmm.
As exciting as they are, they have been done a lot, and so it is really.
Mm-hmm.
I think Gabby's recent one, where she, I think it's called Daughter of Zeus.
Zeus.
Zeus. We've had a
Yeah,
lot of the
that was
cast on for that. Yeah.
yeah, that was such a cool
Hmm.
project, because I feel like it really moved into that uncharted side of it, and so I think this is a similar topic that you're talking about. It would be
Hmm.
moving in like a new fun direction.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned a friend of yours was actually had a role on H2O.
Hmm.
Um, if you don't mind letting me know who that was, either before or later, that would be great. I would
Totally,
love to.
totally. I can I
Hmm.
can totally let you know.
Okay. Um,
Because
and
Marsha's going to watch it again now.
it's
She's
so
gonna
yeah,
go back on Netflix.
yeah, I do
Yes,
because
she does.
one thing I also do I here in the U.S. I do panels at different Comic Cons and things like that, and not that
Mhm.
this person might be in the UK or Australia, but still I have a penchant for keeping that kind of world open to people, and it's something
Totally.
fascinating about water culture in
Mhm.
itself, and so yeah, but and you travel. You've been to like Thailand, is that right? And
I have, yeah, yeah. I've been to a
mm-hmm,
lot. I've traveled a lot. I've been very lucky. It's been,
mm-hmm,
I think, partly for work has been quite, like, it's been easy to travel, just because that's kind of the nature of it. But also
mm-hmm.
my family growing up, my mum was, holidays were that was her thing. That was her thing. And so she would never splurge on clothes, or she would never splurge on anything, but a holiday we knew we were having. So that was very exciting. I was super
Mm.
grateful for that.
Mm-hmm. And that also gives a worldview um, as far as cultures and different types of people and energy to bring to your work, I would imagine.
Yeah, totally.
Mhm. Yeah.
100%. I think my pardon me, my one of my favorite places that I went was when I was in senior year of high school. We did a trip to Cambodia, and so we were in Cambodia for 3 weeks, just with our year level and with a guide. Um, and it was amazing. We did a week of exploring and hiking, and then we did a week of living in a village with somebody in their house, and we built like a bathroom, and we built a house, and then the following week was more just like traveling and getting to enjoy our time in Thailand, in Cambodia. And that was, to me, was one of my favorite things I've ever done to this day. It was the most immersive experience ever, and it was amazing. It was amazing.
Wow. Is there any place that you would like to go next or soon, or something that's on your
I mean, for
list?
sure, lots of places. um, Everywhere that I haven't been. No, I think number one, I know that it's quite a rinsed answer. Again, everyone in the world wants to go, but I've I've done a lot of Italy, but I've never done the south. I've
Mhm.
never done like the Amalfi Coast. I've never explored that part, and I think to me that's just like that is where I would love to spend my last days. I would
Oh
love to
wow.
just park up there and be by the sea and the sun and eat fresh food and just have my family around. So I think that to me is like the next place that I would love to like properly explore and properly get to go.
Hmm. And have you been to the United States?
I have, yeah, I have actually. My Going on a bit of a tangent now, but my stepdad, he did a youth exchange when he was 12 or 13, and he went to Boise in Idaho.
Yep. Been there.
And yeah, and he loved it. and he fell in love with the people, and his host family loved him. And so every second year or third year until he was 18, he went back. So he went back 2 or 3 times. And then when he turned 18, he moved over there for, I think it was 6 months or a year. And then he would go back every second year until he met my mom and I. And then when I think I was 7 was the first time we went over. And so we now have family in Idaho, and I go every second year. And I'm about to be going in July again.
Not too far away.
So yeah, not too far. It is a funny one when people ask me if I've been to the US, and I say, yeah, but Idaho mainly, like 20 times.
And I go,
they're like, why?
It's not what people would normally think.
No.
Like, why?
Like New York, LA. I'm like, no, Idaho.
Yeah, I was born and raised in New York City. So that was what I was half expecting. Oh yeah, I've been to New York, I've been to LA.
I have
Boise.
been to
No, Boise,
I would've
Idaho,
thought.
Marsha.
I have been to New York and I have been to LA, but Boise, that's America. I love. That's where my family are. So
That's super neat. Super neat.
Yeah.
Oh, so a little off the beaten path. Have you been recognized yet for one of your roles? They've been quite popular. Your 2 roles. Have you been recognized?
not yet. I've had some. It's been fun on social media. That's been fun, but not as much in person. Not yet. Anyway. But yeah, I've had some amazing interactions with people and fans of the show, and it's been really sweet. It's been nice, actually. It's been a nice, like, I thought it would potentially feel a little bit crazy, but it's just been a really nice experience.
Michael, or
Yeah, I was going to say we're going to wind down now, but did you have anything else before we wind down, Marsha? Or
well, I do actually. One of my favorite questions is to ask. There's so many reality shows all over the world, and one came to mind while you were talking about your Australia. Is Australia has The Farmer Wants a Wife, and
Married at
and
5.
yeah, and also but challenge shows like kind of military. What is it called? Who Dares Wins, that kind of stuff. And and of course the United States has a million of them. If you had to pick, it could be a dancing show, a cooking show, an adventure show. You had to be on one. What do you think that you might pick for yourself?
I would be on Survivor, 100%. Survivor is my favorite reality TV show ever. I am obsessed with that show. I've watched every season multiple times. Before you even finished your question, I knew what my answer was going to be. I love that show. And so 100% would be Survivor.
So, when are you going to apply?
I applied every year that I could while I was living in Australia.
Really?
And now I'm here. It's just it's back home. So I've stopped the applications, but love that show. It's amazing.
Michael, I could totally see Max on Survivor, couldn't you?
yes, I could.
I mean,
Yes, I could. I could.
Sick.
I don't know why I don't know why you didn't make it, but I think
I just feel like it's so fun. It's like a physical aspect of it. It's a mental aspect.
Yeah.
The strategy. It's actually like the perfect. Sorry, I'll talk for hours about how much I love this show. So I'll chill. But it's a great show.
Now, have you watched other than the Australian version? Have you watched the American version as well?
I have, and I have to say the US is better. You guys win. The US Survivor is way better.
Well, they also do it twice a year too here, so
yeah, stakes are higher, prize money's bigger. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, this is
and
number
you get to
50.
travel someplace where you might not have been.
Yeah, exactly.
And might not never want to go back.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Love that show. Great question.
Well, and I have enjoyed your work that we've been able to see so far,
Mhm.
and I know you'll have some things coming up that are going to be interesting. So please keep in touch with us. I hope to have you back.
Love to have you back.
100%. It's been amazing chatting to you guys. Thank you for having me.
Oh, we're so glad you came.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's all, everybody's always different. They've got different things that they've done
Yeah.
growing up, and it's really nice exploring them.
Totally.
Before we go, we got a couple of more guests coming on in the next couple of days. I want to throw that out before we go off. But of course, I never can find things when I want to. But you know, that's what's life. Because I have to go into the new thing that I've done. So on Monday, we have Ray Buffer is coming on. He was on My Janitor Dad is the Final Boss. And he'll be on at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific. And then Tuesday, we have a triple header. Our first guest is Michael Waddle from the Vampire's Prince Guide. And Constantine Casante, he'll be joining us at 4 p.m. And I'm sorry, and Michael was going to be at 2 o'clock. And then at 5 o'clock, we have Sophia Lopez will be on with us on Tuesday. So really, really a lot of stuff. Plus our little review show we just started for the new Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord. So we'll be having that episode on Wednesday. So that's going to be for the next couple of shows that we're going to have on. And we thank you all for coming. We thank Max. And we'd like to say goodbye and see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
See you later, guys.